Hi, welcome to the Amber Shows. Happy Monday. How are you? I hope everybody's doing excellent. I'm so glad to see you guys. We haven't talked in a while, and I do hope that you had a wonderful, safe weekend. All right, let's get down to business today. South Carolina police officer Justin Craven, 68 years old, you know what he did? He actually followed a black man 9 miles, then shot him to death in his driveway. Can you believe that? He was trying to pull him over, and he wouldn't pull over. So he actually followed him. He followed him all the way to his home and then shot and killed him through his window. Now, this was happened in February. His family, in the meantime, has settled with the city for $1.2 million, and the victim's name was Ernest Satterwhite. This man was actually just targeted and killed, like in the Hunting Games. Did anybody ever see that movie, The Hunting Games? I think it was The Hunter Games. It was with Ice-T, and these white men go out for sports, and they set people out into the woods, black people, and then they go out and they kill them. And you gotta try not to get killed, just like if you were a deer or whatever. That's what happened. This is what happened to Ernest Satterwhite. And South Carolina police refused to turn over the video tape because there was a dash cam. Did you know that they don't have to turn it over to the public if they don't want to? The people who did see it, they said that it was very, very disturbing. And this guy said he felt warranted to do what he did, and he's just sorry, though, that a life was taken. How was he sorry? He's the one who killed him. Also, there's a black lady who was killed by the police just a couple days ago. This is crazy. She had schizophrenia, which is a terrible disease, terrible, terrible, terrible disease. And she, for some reason, was arrested, and she was hogtied with handcuffs. Okay, maybe understandable because a schizophrenic person, they do tend to get very violent. All right? But then they actually tased her 4 different times with 50,000 volts of electricity, and she died. Now that is a shame. I'm so sorry to hear about that, and it just seems like we've got to do something. There's something going on, that there's just a war on our people. Okay, Empire. Everybody likes Empire. Those that don't like Empire, you're far and few and in between. Well, I love Empire, and so do 10 million other people. Empire, Fox just canceled Empire because they could not come to terms with money with Lee Daniels. So they counteracted by just canceling the show. So the show has been canceled, but I do believe that it will be picked up, just like the game had been canceled. Remember when the game was canceled, but by popular demand, BET picked it up? I believe either BET or even Oprah. Oprah has the money on her own network. She could pick that show up right away, and she would get big advertising. Not that she really needs the money, but she could definitely pay the actors, pay Lee Daniels and everybody who wanted more, whoever wants more money or just wants to be on the show. I think it was a great platform for all the artists on that show. Many of the singers, the rappers, they were able to get their music out, and they were able to get it sold and be known and be heard. The actors, Taraji and Terrence, they're already big in the game, but this even stepped their game up even more, made them more noticeable, and people probably getting more jobs as well. So, and then you got to remember, you have people who are behind the scenes who lose work. You have writers and directors and script people and people who do clothing and wardrobe. And so it's not just one person who actually loses out. It's a whole team of people. And that was a great show. Love it. Don't see anything wrong with it. No different from Dallas, when we used to be hooked on Dallas, or Shameless, which is on Showtime, which is great, great television. It's entertaining. That's all it is. It's just entertainment. Nobody's trying to be them or believe that it's real. All right. Beards were tested from Quest Diagnostics. They just gave their take on the bacteria that are in beards, and oh my goodness, they were compared to toilets. That was the results. There was even fecal matter in some of the beards, because you know a lot of men don't wash their hands, and then they're rubbing their beard, and disgusting. Did you hear about Diddy's new cologne? Diddy has a brand new cologne. It's called 3 a.m. And you know I love me some P. Diddy. Ain't no party like a P. Diddy party. Plus I just love Diddy. I love his success. I just love his style. You know, I love me some P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, whatever, Sean Combs. He has the best products. All his clothes are the best quality, and his cologne is the bomb. And so he said he decided to make a new cologne because he felt like the game needed a new cologne, because he hasn't had a new cologne out since I Am King, which was 5 years ago. So now he has 3 a.m. He has a racy video where he's showing him and his girlfriend Cassie in it, where they're advertising and doing the marketing for the cologne 3 a.m. I loved it. If you get a chance, try and find it so you can watch it. He compared it to 50 Shades of Grey, but just better. And I agree with him. Wonderful, and I can't wait to smell the cologne. Have you ever wondered who invented the piano? Bartholomew Cristofori. Today is his 360th birthday. He's the one who invented the piano. The harpsichord was the dominant keyboard, but couldn't play notes with different degrees of softness. So he invented the piano. So in 1721 it actually came out. It's at the Museum of Modern Art, actually, the actual piano that he did invent, and so is the harpsichord. First draft pick was dropped, Lyle Collins. His girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, 29-year-old Brittany Mills, was killed 3 days ago. She was murdered. She opened up her home door and was shot in the stomach and murdered. And she had had a baby shower a couple days before. She was 9 months pregnant, and the baby was expected to live, but the baby did die. So he was drafted, and now he's being dropped, and he's also being questioned with her murder. This has happened quite a few times with these NFL players killing themselves or killing their women, killing the women that are pregnant, girls that they were just going with who got pregnant. They must feel like they're trying to take their money or take away their fame or ruin, killing a person to get rid of them because you don't want them for a girlfriend or a wife is absolutely ridiculous. You remember Ray Caruth? Ray Caruth murdered his ex-girlfriend. She was 8 months pregnant, shot her from his car window into her car, and she lived long enough to tell that he was the one who had shot her. Then she died. The baby did live, and he is severely handicapped. And he got 18 to 24 years, and it's crazy to even think that in a few years that he may be out of prison. All right, you guys, I just wanted to give you a hello and a shout out and give you a little bit of news that's going on. I hope wherever you are that you're having a wonderful day, and I hope it's a beautiful day. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. That's the little like button, and it's right on the side when you're watching the video. And you guys have a wonderful day. All right, we'll talk again later. Bye.